back that if I'm clear to you. Fine guys then. Okay, then let me take my first minute introducing myself to you. So as ma'am mentioned, I'm an test analyst at the TCS and I'm mainly responsible for testing the Salesforce applications and API integration. And I was been at the place where you guys are today just 2 years ago. And now I'm been busy with this, sharing up my career in the IT sector. And now I'm here to start this Alumni Series, giving you the walkthrough on how the IT sector will be going ahead and what is the gap between your curriculum and the what IT sector has been expecting. So I don't want this session to keep it like an one-on-one webinar. Like I will be going on giving you the points and you will be consuming it. So let's keep it as an interactive session. So anybody who is interested, they can interact with me and they can ask their question and they can bring up with their own views. And I will be helping you with reducing the gap between the curriculum and your career. Okay, all set, guys. Ping yes or no. Anything in the chat. Fine, I can see the thumbs up popping up. Thank you guys. Then let's move ahead. And the next thing is like, okay, let's keep it interactive and communicative. So first thing I want to ask you all is, do you think there is a gap between what you are studying in your curriculum and with the IT sector? I just first want to know your views. If it is yes or no, you can it. Okay, I can see Tarun, Ishwant, and Harsha as is. Okay, guys, as you guys are correct, there is a gap. There will be a gap between what you are studying and what the companies will be expecting. Okay, so let me tell you with an example for it. Okay, how many of you like to watch memes, trolls, memes, and these things? Okay, Girish, KTS, and the distinct gap. Yep, I will come to that. What is the distinct thing which is making creating a gap between the curriculum? Okay, then how many of you like watching the memes and trolls and roast for the entertainment? Okay, yeah, most of you all. What is your go-to application? That means what is the first application you go to watch this entertainment? IG, Instagram. Okay. Okay, what was the application which was very famous for the memes 10 years ago? I'm not talking about Instagram, but there was an application before FB and all. Like it was been meant only for memes, trolls, and entertainment. YouTube, TikTok, no guys. Still old school. I need. I hope you might have heard about the Reddit. Most of you might not, but some of you might have heard about Reddit. It was the application which was mainly for a troll, and now also in some countries, some of the tech coders who makes a memes on a technical things, they will be using the Reddit only. Yeah, Dashwat, you can unmute and you can say nothing to worry, not to go with the chat. It's better if we go with an audio channel. Okay, so most of you didn't know about the Reddit, but you know the application which you are using for entertainment today. Okay, fine then. Okay, what was the first computer which Charles Babbage has created? What is the name of it? You can unmute and say if anybody know the answer, which is from first semester. Why guys no answer? Analytical engine. Okay. Any other answers? Any computer? Okay, you are going back to the history. Fine. Okay, then analytical engine at what year it's been invented by Charles Babbage? What is that year? Any rough figures is enough, like 1970s, 60s, 50s. What was it? Guys, that is also blank, and you guys are also quite 1822. Okay, so you know the computer which was been created at 1833, 1822. That means with the 19th century, you know which computer was being generated. But you guys don't know what was the application which was used for entertainment 10 or 15 years ago. That's well and good, guys, because you people are very dedicated to your IT sector and you are most excited to learn about the history of computer. But still, why you are seeing a gap between what is there in the IT industry and what is there in your curriculum? Hope you are connecting the dots now. Got it? So, guys, so what this is the main objective of this session. So, to tell you what is the how to explore the things which are going on in the today's world and what are needed for today and what you have to know. Okay, not the history of the things. So you won't be allowed in an IT industry to work on a computer which was been invented in 1833. Okay, they will give you a latest configuration system. Fine, and they will won't tell you to program in COBOL or any other languages which are older than C or C programming and all. Okay, they don't tell you to code in a binary numbers. So you have to learn and you have to match the today's world. That's what the gap is. Okay, so now you got to know what is a gap and what exactly I'm trying to tell you and what exactly your placement officers or your lecturers have been trying to tell you and reduce the gap between the IT industry and you what you are studying in your curriculum. Okay, so now you got a clear picture on it. So let me one by one I will reduce the things which are near to your career. Okay, so is there anyone among this meeting who is working on their projects and who has done a best project? Or anybody, some volunteer, you can unmute and you can talk to me. I want to have a bit conversation with you. Obviously, there will be some influential person with you who is great with the good with the tech stack, so they can come up and unmute themselves. Dashwant, you're currently learning on stack. Okay, fine then. You unmute yourself. So let's talk about the month stack then. Okay, fine. You're in a public place. Fine, I can understand. Okay, anybody else who can come up? Okay, then better I will take up the session in audio way, so you can reply over the chat, Dashwant. And others also, you can, if you are not in any public place and if you are good to talk, speak up, you can turn on your camera and unmute yourself, and you can start conversing with me. Fine, guys. The first thing I want to tell you is to reduce this gap is you have already done with the projects. I think in your fourth semester you will be doing a static web page project and then going ahead DBMS project and all. So tell me where you have primarily where you have saved your code. Okay, the Shwant is GitHub. Okay, what about others? What was your primary location of saving the code? It might be local storage or where. Vishwas has mentioned GitHub. What is your place of storing the code? Notepad, fine. Okay, a notepad in the sense you will be saving it in a C drive. That means local storage. Okay, okay, C drive. We go to Google Drive. Okay, local storage. Okay, VPS. Fine then. Okay, I got to know. Okay, will you be doing the same when you move to the when you take up your career as a software engineer? Will you be saving your code in the C drive, or will you be saving it in your local system? So where you will be saving? Any guesses? Server. Okay, server in the sense which server? Ah, okay. Okay, server in the S3. S3 buckets we can save, and in a cloud. Fine, guys. Obviously, there will be a dedicated server in your organization. There you will be saving, and it will take up a Git. Okay, there is a difference between Git and GitHub. Okay, using a Git, you will be committing all your code and you will be saving it. So, what is the gap between curriculum? You got to know. First thing, you people are storing the data in your local system, but you won't be doing the same thing when you are working as a software engineer. So, at this moment, when you are doing any projects and all, start using the GitHub, start using the GitLab or any other Git interfaces. You use them, start using them, and start pushing your code to the GitHub. Okay, so now the first gap has been cleared out. Okay, so now you will be starting using the GitHub and you know how to work on a Git. And when you go to your first job, you won't get panic and you won't be in a place to learn the new skill of GitHub. Okay, so that's has been cleared now. Let's go to the second one. And for a DBMS project, you might have hosted the website. Okay, what was the backend programming language you used? You can tell the backend language which you have used from your project. Okay, showing PHP. Okay, also you can tell the server where you are connected. When I was doing a project in the college, I connected it to Apache server. Shared hosting. MySQL. MySQL since query language, but there will be a DB where you will be connecting it. And some never done any project yet. Fine, Girish. Going ahead from the next time, you will be starting up with the projects. So wait for us. Just one semester to go. Don't worry. And Jagdish in Ruby. Okay, guys. So will you be doing the same in a company when where you will be working? Again, the same question. Yes or no? No. Yes, guys. No idea. Let me give you the idea, Shabin. Obviously, you will be hosting it on a DNS. They will be giving you a domain. They will giving you a server. There will be a dedicated sandbox for it. There will be a dedicated production environment. They will call it as a production environment. So take this word, add it to your dictionary now. I mean, for your corporate lingo, okay, throughout this session, whatever the new words or any corporate lingo I will be telling, you just take it and you start using them. Okay, by the time you enter your first job, you will be having a knowledge of some of the corporate lingo. Okay, so the first thing is production environment. That means the place where your application will be running, whatever the website you have done, whatever the web app you will be doing, or any Android application, whatever you have done, where the place where it will be running is called a production environment. Okay, so there will be a dedicated place for it. Okay, and someone mentioned as a shared server, shared hosting. Okay, so Yashwan, you are at the right place now. There is no gap between your hosting a place and with the project you are doing. So guys, start using the shared hosting. Host your website. Nothing, nothing to worry. If your website is going live on an Google, no worries. No one will come and question you. No one will come and stop you. Okay. No one will ask about the content what you are posting. Okay. No one will come and tell you this. This is not a credible thing. This is not a one you are supposed to post. Nothing. It's a open source now. Whatever the things you want, start hosting them. Okay. By the time you get your first job and your first project, you will be have a knowledge of how to host a system and how to connect it with a database. Okay. So try reducing this gap, and you will be having a major project in the sixth semester. So do it to your utmost. Okay, use your GitHub. Don't I don't say you to store it in a local system. Local system is also required. Once you save it in a local system, push it to the Git. Okay, after that you deploy your code, check it in your local, and then you deploy it in a server. Run it, take it live. Okay, so likewise, you start using the things what will be running in a real world. Okay, audio off ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ನೀನು. Okay then, fine. Let's continue. Okay, so likewise you reduce the gap now. Okay, and okay, next question is about what is the stack you have used? Because I heard MERN stack. Likewise, you tell me what all the you stack up all the technology you used in your project and tell me one abbreviation of it or an acronym of it. Like MERN stack, MongoDB, I don't know, or React.js and Node.js. So likewise, what is the stack you have used in your project? Laravel and PHP. Okay. MongoDB Express. Yep. That's one. Okay. MongoDB. Fine, guys. Likewise, you start exploring the stacks now. Okay. One stack, mean stack. Likewise, there will be many combinations of it. I recently heard about some stack like a Mary E. Like it was been a new language added to them, and merge where they are using some other backend language for the creating a database. So likewise, just start exploring the thing. Okay, so there you will learn what is the company going on and all. And now let's reduce the next gap. Okay, tell me the what are the core key skills you think for the 2023, which you might be thinking it is a core skill I have to learn that will bring me my first job in the 2023. Okay, DevOps, JavaScript. Okay, next answer Python. The next one, Python machine learning. Python machine learning is a skill or a domain. DevOps. Fine, guys. Okay, then what is the core skill for the 2024 then? So next year, AI. Which one it is for 2022 or 2023? I mean 2024 or 2023? AI. AI is now. Because most of you are telling it as an AI. So someone among you just unmute yourself and tell me what is artificial intelligence. I just want to know what is it. can see people hands raised, so can they unmute themselves? Guys, let's keep it interactive. Start unmuting yourself and start speaking up. It's a machine which easy the work of humans. Okay, it's a machine. So basically, Harsha, you're telling it as an hardware. Okay. So any next answers? No, it's a code. Okay. Because I expected any some long definitions and all for the AI. It's a computer program designed to interact with the humans over the internet. Data will be fed to a machine or to the server. Okay. Then how many of you have experience working with artificial intelligence? That means getting a help from an system which is an artificial intelligence system and you are taking a help from it and consuming it. Problem solving and decision making capability of the human mind. Technology which use huge amount of data and analyze and provide results and user want. Okay, if we use a chat GPT. Okay, Girish, you have used the right one and best one among the AI. Chatbot, I mean ChatGPT and black box. Okay, Dali for photo editing and AI creation. Okay, so what do you think the future then? Being a user of ChatGPT or being a user of Dali, being a user of black box, will you be able to build your career going ahead? Yes or no? For some creative domain, yes, it is a yes is the answer for them. But as a programmer, I'm asking, as an BCA graduate, as a technical person, will you be able to build your career by using the ChatGPT, by using the Dali? Girish KT have made a statement like white collar jobs are in corner of extinct. No, Girish. People who don't understand the responsibility of the white collar jobs are in the corner of extinct. Not the jobs or not the rules or not the work. Okay, so most of you said no. So my next question to reduce the gap between your career and curriculum is okay. Why you can't generate a, I mean, make out your career using a Chat GPT or using Dali or using OpenAI? Why? They have limited data. Even they can load the data because just they have the gap of 4 years. They can get the data of 4 years and they can load it tomorrow. There's no hope. Year 2021 100 meters are same. Yes, it can make workload easy. That's it. Guys, instead of it, I agree with you guys. It won't help you build your career, but you can build a career where you will be helping the AI. That's how you have to think and that's how you have to upskill. Someone mentioned JavaScript. Okay. So let tell me on which programming language OpenAI has been built on. What is the programming language? I'm also not sure about the right answer, guys. You can. post any of the answer you want. It's on Python, not completely on Python, but Python has been used for the extraction of the data. Like for data visualization, they are using the Python. Girish, PHP, no Girish. So Java. Java has not been used, but Spring Boot has been used, and they have connected it over the Java and Python. Summarize it. Thanks, Niharika. But not exactly JavaScript. But as per my knowledge, it's the front end and the processing of the data has been built on JavaScript and Python. And moreover, their data mining related thing, whatever the things they have created, whatever the machine learning code they have built, it's on Python. So now tell me, then how can you build your career in an artificial intelligence domain? And what are the core skills you needed to learn now? Is it OpenAI or what? Data analysis. Yes, yes, sure. Data analysis will expand the questions again. Okay, what are the core programming language and the query language you need to enter the domain data analysis? To work in the data analysis domain as a data analyst or a data scientist or data specialist, data engineer, many roles are there. Python. Okay, next SQL, mainly SQL in and Python. Okay, next answer. Logical reasoning. Which one that's only needed to enter and get the job. After that, you have to use the logical reasoning and analytical reasoning in your mind when you are analyzing the client's requirement or the product requirement. Okay, but it's a core skill. I will come to the logical reasoning and then next. Okay, any applications you will suggest that will be helpful for the data analytics? Okay, many of you are saying Python, SQL, which one care Excel. Core skill, guys. Let me tell you about Excel. Excel is a core skill for you to enter into the IT industry. Wherever you go, you will find an Excel. If you are working in an AI also, you will find an Excel over there somewhere or another. Okay, so learn the Excel, understand the shortcuts, try practicing them, and try using it in a everyday life. Okay, don't think Microsoft Excel it's just for some things and all, and don't leave it. Okay, practice it. And let's come back to the data analysis and also artificial intelligence. Many of you didn't told me what is the core skill you needed for working in a artificial intelligence domain. How to get a, I mean, what is the core skill you needed to get a job, continue with the job, and survive in the job? What is that one skill, one or 10 skills you know or you wish to pursue? Guys, mics are open, chat box is also open. You can't talk anything. And I hope this session is also not getting recorded anywhere. Okay, JavaScript. Next. Guys, I just need one or two more answers. Then I will break it down to you. Hey, Abhigoda is asking, what do you think? Don't call me sir, you can mention Rahul. Do you think what is in future IT? Yes, future will be there. There are millions of job openings are there. You can go among the 1 lakh job or 10 lakh job. Obviously, you will get one job which is for you. That's not even a big thing. But the thing, what is blocking you from getting that for one job is understanding what core skills you want to learn. Okay. So for that, you have a lined up series now. You will have a great speakers coming ahead, and they will be telling about their domain. Don't worry about it. And IT future, guys, it's all depends on you. How competent you are, how much you are ready for the industry, how much you are very near for your first job or your employer. That will make the sense, and that will give you your first job, and that will build your IT career. Okay. And one of the secret I will break it down to you in an IT career. Don't think that after completing your college, after completing your undergraduation, or even after completing your post graduation, you will getting your first job. That's not the ultimate. Okay. You know, yesterday Google was at the I will give you one example. Just 10 days ago, Google was the first go-to search engine in the world. It was been like that. But 6 days ago, the same traffic, that means 30 to 35% of the Google traffic is moving to Bing. Okay. So 8 days ago, that same 30% traffic was using ChatGPT. Okay. So 10 days ago, Google was at the first place. After 10 days, it is not. So do you think the C++ or a Java or a Python which you learned today in your curriculum and which you have executed in front of your employer, will that knowledge be valid after 5 years? Okay, let's not take it to the 5 years. After 1 year, I'm asking. Will the Fibonacci series program which you have logically written in multiple programming languages or any binary search or a bubble sort, this will be the same logic or same thing which will be valid after 10 years? No. Of course, without basics, we are nothing else. I totally agree with you, Girish. Without basics, we can't. But you should know how to scale the basics to the intermediate and to the advanced. Okay, that's what I'm telling you now. So tell you that don't constrain yourself to the curriculum what you are studying today. Okay, today you learned Python. Okay, Python basics you are good at it. You got your first job. What if you are placed on any data analysis? Okay, data analytics related project. They want you to implement a regression analysis or a regression. What is that called? I correctly don't know. Yeah, they will tell you to implement a regression model, which is an advanced skill. Or you, as of today's word, you can say it as an intermediate level of Python. Will you be able to do it? First answer obviously no. So how will you be able to do it after some time? What is the next step you will take to do it? It's obvious reason, guys. Now also you are doing it. What you will do to bring up that skill and to work at that place. Sabrin, I will summarize it. Just give me a minute. Yashwant, skill up. Okay. How will you skill yourself? And another one myth I will break it down to you. When you go to the IT industries, it's not a myth, it's a fact. You won't be allowed to use YouTube. You won't be allowed to use some browsers. You won't be allowed to use any Stack Overflow. then how will you do it? What is the next step you will take? Googling skills. What if your browser has been blocked by your employer? They will implement some things and all. They will Zscaler and some security tools will be there. They will implement it. They will not allow you to open the Google. Your Google will be open only for your mails if they are using the Google Workspace. Otherwise, no. They will give you only Internet Explorer or Microsoft Edge. Working on that. Guys, right. Harsha is right. So now what you will do is, let me do your managerial skills. You will go to your team lead or your lead or your manager and you will ask them for a daytime and you will come back and you will learn it from some other external sources and you will come back to that place. You will do it, or you will get a guidance from somebody over there, or someone your senior will teach you how to do this one and all. So now what happened with you? Did you upskill yourself or not? After learning regression, implementing our regression model, you have grown a step ahead or not? Yes or no? Yes. Yes. Fine, guys. That's what you have to do throughout your career. Throughout your career. Okay. Every day you will be upskilling, everything you will be upskilling, and don't keep your mindset in a way like whatever I learned, this is the stack. This is the thing I will be doing. Okay. So you will be trained with the technical things. When you go to the IT, you will be trained with the technical things, managerial things. Also, they will let you know the knowledge of finance. They will also let you know the knowledge of sales. That means how you will represent your product and all. So your mindset will play a key role here. What you how you will be adaptable, that will make you the sense. That will be the future of your IT. So someone asked me, what is the future in the IT? So this is the future, guys. You will be continuously upskilling, you will be implementing it in work, and you will be growing in your career. Only these three factors will determine your IT career. Okay, let me repeat it for you: learning the things, implementing in that work, and improving that work every day. Just like there will be a course, right? um, like eat, race, sleep, repeat. Like that, your things will be like eat, upskill, implement, repeat. Okay, like this, you can help in your build your career in the IT. And I got a question: what we learn in college is helpful in IT or not? Obviously, it will be helpful. Don't think that what you are learning in the IT is will not come in the college. Okay, just the only thing is like some of the tools or some of the method what you are using is not suitable with the IT career or a real world. That's all you have to do it. That's all you have to curb them. Okay. Now you got to know, instead of using a local drive, you will be now you started using the Git, and you will be using a Git interface, that is GitHub or a GitLab. So now you are taking up a skill which you are learning in your college to your IT career. Okay. And likewise, you will be starting using the hosting servers, shared servers, or you will be buying your own domain and you will be hosting your website. You are learning this in your college and you will be taking this skill to your career. Okay. And you are making up a project and you know how to work with a 4 members team or a 3 members team, how to communicate, how to divide your work, and how to get the work from them, and how you will be a critical resource for for the team by taking up major tasks. Okay, so these are the things, these are the skills you will be carrying it to your career. Okay, so but only thing what you don't know is what are the skills you want to carry. Okay, that's the only gap you guys have. If you break that gap, if you overcome that gap, all of you are ready for your career and your first job. Okay, and Yashwant has mentioned about all IT field have separate programs to skill up. Yes, Ashwan, I agree with you. I think you have already been a little forward to your domain, so you know these things. Obviously, let me break it to you. In every companies, they will have their own subscription to the edtech platforms like Udemy or for an LinkedIn Learning, or some will have for O'Reilly, and some will have for another applications, Coursera, as you mentioned. Likewise, they will have. You have to dedicate your 2 or 3 hours of your day, and you have to go back there, and you have to learn them, and you have to come back. And good thing is like here you have to, in your college you will be learning it from external source somewhere or another, and you will be bringing it up, and you will be mentioning it on your LinkedIn, and you will be mentioning it on your resume and on your CV, and you will be presenting it. But in your IT career, there is no need of it. If you are completing a course, if you are learning the things, there will be a person in your organization, they will be monitoring you. That's a HR department. And your line managers, that means your immediate manager who you will be reporting. So they will be managing you, and they will be monitoring all your things. Okay. So if they find that you are going back and learning a new skill and coming back and you are implementing it on a work, obviously you will be rewarded for it, you will be respected, and you will be gaining a good impression in your career. Okay. So it will scale you up. Okay. But one thing you want to learn is whatever you are learning from Coursera or from Udemy, try implementing them to your utmost. Okay, just don't do it for that day. Okay. And another key thing that will be little hard for you, but you have to do it in your career, that is, whenever you learn whenever you learn a new skill, when you implement a new skill, try presenting it in a very polite way. Okay. Today I learned how to implement a regression model. In your coffee break, tell it to your peers, today I got this and I was freaked out, and I gone to the Coursera and I learned it and I came back, and now I have implemented it. Guys, I have completed today's task in this approach. You tell it, you will tell it to your peers. Your peers will understand it. You are somewhere it will go to your senior, somewhere it will go to your team lead and your manager. Likewise, you should represent yourself in a very good picture in your organization as you are learning, you are upskilling every day, and you are becoming a job ready and a project ready person. Okay, that's the most important thing. Yeah, yes, Dashwant, that's the most important thing you have to learn. But it should be in a very polite way. That's the main thing. Okay, you should not go to your peers and say, Manchan, today I learned these skills and I implemented. That's why project is running today. Otherwise, no one would have learned this skill and implemented it. This there will be a difference with the way you will be approaching. Okay, so in a very polite way, you have to convey that you are learning, you are growing every day. Okay, that's the key skill. Okay, that you learn, and do the same thing in your college also. Nothing to worry. You if you learn a new skill, tell it among your friends. Obviously, you guys will have a good pack of friends now, and you have a group and all. Tell them. If anybody needed to understand that skill, teach them. That's the best mode of learning. Okay, Yashwan, you learned a month stack. You were telling. Did you taught anybody about month stack, about MongoDB, or any of the one of a language or any one of a application from that stack? Did you taught anybody? Did you demonstrated how it will work to anybody? Yashwan is saying no. Yashwan, you are telling it for the question I asked for Yashwan, or you are telling it in your perspective that you have not taught anybody? I'm still learning closest target payments. Fine, Yashwan. Fine then. Okay, you once you learn the things, you start implementing them. Once you feel you are confident in implementing that skill, or running that query, or implementing that model or a logic, you what you think, then teach it to someone, show it to someone, demonstrate it in front of somebody. Okay, if you don't find any peers, go to your juniors and tell them. Otherwise, take a step. If you have any senior, if you are in a second year, go to your senior and tell them that you have learned these things. If not, obviously you will be having lectures. You go to them and you show them. how it is been working. Obviously, I'm also from the same college. I know the how our lecturers will be. Obviously, they will have a take some time and they will look into your projects. Good. No, Ishwan, no one is ready to accept. They just need text syllabus. Ishwan, that depends. That depends. Obviously, there will be a peer who will be like you. It's just a one step away of exploring. That's all. Like-minded people will be everywhere. In your college, also in your class, maybe in some other corner of your classroom, there will be a person who will understand the things, who will be in need of it. Okay, like how you will be telling everyone about the skills you learned. No, some or another day they will come and they will reach out to you. Okay, if they are in a very zeal to learn, obviously they will break the barrier of communication and they will come to you and they will ask you. Don't worry, you can help them. Dashwant, I'm helping one to two people in LinkedIn. LinkedIn, let me tell you one suggestion, Dashwant. Please continue doing it. And then after completing it, on LinkedIn, ask those one or two people to write a recommendation for you. Obviously, on a LinkedIn, you might have seen a tab link. It is for everyone. I'm telling. If you are helping someone, if you are working with someone, get a recommendation from them. Okay, tell them to write a recommendation as, yeah, he has helped me with learning these skills and why, what all the things were happen with you. Tell them to write it down. That will help you good in a very nice way. That to upskill your profile. Okay, try doing it. They already shared a post. Fine then, that's best thing. So now I will tell you the another one. I think now we are running out of time. I will tell you the one last thing to you that will help you reduce this gap between your curriculum and career. Okay, that is try attending the hackathons. Okay, how many of you have a experience of attending the hackathons previously? Hackathons or a code fests. Okay, so then I will need your experience here. Okay, tell me how was the hackathon and which was the hackathon you attended. You can unmute and you can start telling us about it. More than a chat. Okay, another thing I want to add up. Guys, communication, I told you it's a core skill. It starts from your college only. Since 50 minutes, I didn't heard anybody unmuting themselves and telling us about their experience. Start doing it, guys. Because the voice mode of communication is the best communication you can do in your IT. Okay. Okay, whatever the things you do, your actions will also make sound, and your papers will also make sound. Your rewards will also make sound. But previous to all of them, you have to make sound. You have to verbally speak up and you have to tell what you are doing. Okay. This one, if you are able to turn on audio or if you are at the right place, turn on your audio and tell us about what is the cybersecurity hackathon you attended and how was the experience. And I will tell you what's the outcome you got, which you might have not explored. If possible, go ahead. Yeah, sure. Hmm. Okay, no, no, tell me. The thing you don't try to summarize. First thing, it is not an interview. Okay, so try telling all the things you have learned and all the panel, and I'm ready to listen to you. Hmm. How many people have attended that event? Hmm. Okay, then okay, at this moment, how many of them you are stayed connected with them, like over WhatsApp or over the LinkedIn, like that? 25 to 30 members. Okay, and how was the environment there? How did you converse with the people, and how was it? Hmm. But you talk to people and you listen from them and you consume some information from them, right? Okay, then I will tell you the one. Okay, you tell me what are the outcomes you got from that event. Okay, technical skills and all you mentioned what you have learned. Apart from that, okay. Uh, Being a shy nature person, you didn't talk to the most of the people, but you just consume the data from them, and you felt you got an exposure at that event. To be summarized, right? Uh, okay. Let me tell you the other skills you have learned without unknowingly. Okay. First thing, you learned how to be at a client position, how to be at the deputed location, how you can relocate to some place to work. You learned that skill. For some hours, you might have learned to the hackathon, but you learned about the skill of relocating. And second thing, you learned networking. You went to the crowd of 700 members and you brought a 25 to 30 members with you and you have connected with them. You learned the networking skill. Third thing, what you learned is like you have learned the things and you brought them and you have consumed the data, but you also learned how you can stand in a crowd and you can know make yourself noticeable to other people, because obviously from the among the 700 people that 25 people have noticed you and they have traveled with you and they have like traveled in that hackathon and they have connected with you to meet you in an upcoming event and all, and you made your own social network there. Okay, so you learned the skill of communication there, networking and exposure, how to present yourself. Okay, likewise, that's the reason guys I mentioned to attend the hackathons. So unknowingly you will open up to the many of the skills you want to learn free of cost. Okay, many of the skills you will learn which will not be taughtable by textbooks. Obviously in IT also no one will keep you in a meeting and they will teach you these things. This it has to come from an experience. But if you start experiencing them in your college, it will not be a nightmare for you or it will not be a big thing for you when you enter the okay, into your first job. Okay, that's why start learning these skills by attending the hackathons or meetups or any summits or conferences or any there will be some workshops going on. Try attending them. Then I think we have only 3 minutes left. I think we can't extend the session. Please I can open for the questions and most of them in between I have answered. If you have any other questions to be asked from my side, you just unmute and you can ask or you can post it in the chat now. And one thing I want to tell you guys is 2 years ago when we were at your position and attending a session like this, we were not being as skilled or forward like you people. Okay, I'm really happy for you. You guys are too good and you are already in a way to upskill yourself and get ready for your job. Try doing the same and you try hustling like this for a next few months or a few years. You will get your first right job in your dream companies. Okay, and also try maintaining the same mindset. Don't break it down anywhere. Okay, don't break this college mindset anywhere. After 5 years or 10 years if someone asks you are you an and I think your student life is over, you have packed your colleges, you are packed your undergraduation, you have completed your process, you are supposed to be in a way to tell them, no, I'm still a student. I'm still learning. I'm still upskilling. And I think you guys are still, I mean, highly enthusiastic. I can see your enthusiasm in the chat and also in your voices. What's the tech that worth at 2025 or 2026? Vishwant, I'm not in a state to tell you what will be the next big thing in a tech career in 2024. 2026 and 2025 are very too much far away. Who knows? By the end of 2023, there will be a replica of a clone of a ChatGPT which has more users than a ChatGPT. Who knows? But for you, I can say try learning the new programming languages. Okay, you might have learned about some language of Ruby, Shift for iOS, and for Go. Likewise, there will be many languages, new languages that, yeah, as you mentioned, many languages are there. Not only Java, not only Python. Try learning them. Try upskilling yourself every day. That's the thing. What you. What about masters? Does it matter? Why the masters is like you will be taking up some more time to learn and explore the things. Think it in that way. Two things you have to consider for doing a masters. One thing, you might have not upskilled yourself as much as you can in your undergraduation. You want to do it and you have to pursue it in the masters. Keep it in mind and then you go for a masters. Second thing, if your the dream company or the company you are aspiring for is asking you to have a master degree, and also if they are asking you to have a specific skills, then do a masters, get ready and go for that. Apart from the master degree or a double graduation or a post graduation doesn't matters in any way. The only thing what matters is skills and your eligibility to work in the role what you are aspiring. Okay, skills in the sense in the you guys are in India, so consider this one. You're not in UK or in US, but I'm not differentiating it also. But some other day we will also be in the same position. India is also turning ahead. See here, if you are having a skill, you are supposed to prove it. Okay, you have to prove that skill. Whatever the means, if you have that skill implemented in a project, you have to supposed to show that in a project and you have to prove that. Or if you have a certificate for it, you have to show the certificate and prove that you have that skill. Or if you have any skill, you have to do it in front of them and you have to show it that you have that skill. Okay, here there will be a high level of exposure. You should have any physical or a virtual mode of proof to say that you are possessing that skill. Okay, you can't say that I have that skill. You take me to job, I will showcase that skill to you. Do Udemy certificates are valid? Yes, Ashwin. Unless whatever the skill or whatever the programming language, whatever the thing which is mentioned on your certificate, you know that skill to your utmost, that certificate is valid. Because if you are showcasing that certificate, obviously they will ask you, do you know this? And they will ask you the questions around that same topic. If you are showing a certificate of I learned and I have attended a 40 hours of boot camp for ethical hacking and I learned the ethical hacking from there. If you are telling them, they will ask you the questions of ethical hacking. You should be ready for it. Then your certificate will be valid. I have seen many resumes and at certain point I was also tried doing it. Guys, skipping up the videos and completing the certificate and showcasing it on a resume. But when they asked me about the certificate, I was thinking like, when did I did that? Really I did that certification or not? I was puzzled at that time. So guys, don't do this stuff anytime. Okay, don't complete your course or showcase your certificate which you don't have a knowledge. Don't do that. Okay, many of my friends also did that and I know the results of it. Okay, don't do it. Okay, any other questions, guys? Please, if you have any questions, you can post it up. And also, if you want to know about anything, I can tell you. The Git you got to know. Any other things you want to know, like what about layoffs which are going on? If we don't have masters, can we survive in the field? BCA, BCLC, we are in competitive engineering graduates. For GT, you are in a very congested market at this point. First, I will tell you about the second question you asked. At this moment, you are not only competing with the engineering graduates, you are competing with the employees who are laid off, who are in search of a new job. You are competing with them. Third thing, you are competing with the people who have took a 1 year or 2 year gap and they have completed some domain specific certifications and coming for a job search. They are also in the queue. Third thing, you are competing with the people who are upskilling in their current job for the next domain or a new domain what they are thinking, and they are coming out of their job and they are searching for that new job. You are competing with these four fields. Okay, and don't get afraid of it. I'm not freaking you out. Just imagine in a sense that market is big, your competitors are big. So what you have to do is don't look at your competitors. Stop looking at your competitors. Okay, if you are trying to think about competitors and who are the people, how to survive with them, guys, you will end up at that place. You will start thinking about it and you will start in exploring the way for it. Don't do that. Turn another side. Your competitors will be running from an west to east, right? You also turn to the east. Start running in that way. Okay, likewise, if the people are dropping off for a DevOps job is running, you turn yourself. Learn an advanced skills in DevOps. Learn Jenkins, learn Maven, learn 3, 4 other CI/CD tools. Make yourself job ready, and you start running in that way. And you stand in front of them. How fast you will overcome the people, and you stand in front, you will get a job. That's the thing. Start thinking in that way. And your first question, whatever level. Yes, the recession is going on in the US. Obviously, the same thing happened in 2008 also it happened. Because of the economic crisis, they laid off the people. And after once everything has been sorted, they again hired them. Again, the companies are going on. Again, new people who are job ready, they came into the place and they joined the domain and they are working. It's not a big thing, guys. It will happen every 10 years in the IT career. Only thing what you have to ensure is in that layoffs, if you are not supposed to get laid off, you should be job ready and you should prove yourself. Every time you should have to prove yourself for your employer that you are an asset. That means you are like an main person they need. Okay, they should know that. Then you will be getting you won't be laid off because you may have 3,000, 20,000 people, 12,000 people are laid off from the FANG. Okay, but apart from that also there are many people who are still at the mine. Why they are still present at that place? Because they were been upskilling and they are in a place where they can work in today's world. They are very important for that company. Like that, you should have to be thinking that way. Layoffs will obviously keep on going. That will stop at certain moment. The mass layoffs will stop, and gradual small layoffs will be continuing, and that doesn't make any blocker for you. Doesn't make any much sense for you. Just you concentrate on yourself. Then Ashwan, can you help me with DevOps, like some working one project? Ashwan, you do one thing, and it's in place for everyone. Go on to your LinkedIn and post. You start. You update your skill. Like you will be having an projects. If you have a skill, if you want to work on a project, you go there and post. You start writing a post. Like I am skilled with it. I want to work on this project. If anybody wanted to work on this project, reach out to me and add some hashtags which are related to DevOps and post it. Okay, post and that's the first step. Second thing, go to the I will tell you the website. go here and you will get some projects. Hackathons will be going on. Take up some project, okay, and work on it and post it, okay. That's all. Just don't do anything much work. Just build a project and you keep on posting it. And if you find any hackathon which is relevant to your project, pull that project to that hackathon and keep it. Okay. By that, you won't be rewarded. First thing, don't expect any rewards from it. But the main thing what you have to expect from it, you will be learning the things. Many people will come and they will look at your project and they will give you suggestions. This is right, this is not right, this is the problem. You have to work on it. They will give you a suggestion. From there, you will start learning. Okay, this is the first thing. And there is a one domain which is small for you, but still you try using it. That is day to compete. Now I think it's unstopped. When we were using it was a day to compete. You can also join Discord community. Yes, Dashwan, I forgot to tell you. Guys, start joining the Discord communities. Discord or even on a Slack, there will be communities. On a LinkedIn and a Twitter also, you will be having a groups and a communities created. Start joining them. Start joining them, and first thing I will break it to you. For the first 2 days, when you see all the tats and all, you will freak out. You will think because there will be a pro, there will be a next level people there. Obviously, you will freak out like where I am and where I'm standing. Okay, but the second thing what you have to do is there will be an option for you to come out of that Discord server and leave happily. Continue with your college. Second thing, ask them shamelessly. Ask them what you are talking, what you people are doing. What is this? What you people are asking. Obviously, there will be a people who will tell you what they are talking about, and they will tell you what you have to learn and what is the importance of it. So there will be there from there you will know what you people are doing and what you want to do to be a job ready. Okay. And this thing on a Discord server, on a Twitter communities, or on a Slack servers or Slack communities, guys, don't have any constraint. Keep on asking. Don't hesitate. For any moment, don't hesitate. Keep on asking them and learn from them. Okay. Whatever I told you in this 1 hour and all is not even a 1% of the things what you will get from that community. Okay. It will be a good place for you. Try joining them. Okay. And if you are in your final year, I don't tell you to go out of a social media, but yeah, people will take a detox now. Instead of it, guys, change the channel of your social medias. On an Instagram, if you are following some influencers and all, for a moment, don't unfollow. If you want, you can unfollow them or you can hide them. For a moment, unfollow them and go and follow uh, the companies you are hiring for, or some Discord servers. There will be a groups. There will be Web3 communities and all. Just go to a search and you search if you want to go with artificial intelligence. Search for AI. Go to accounts. You will find many accounts. You can follow them. So that will help you in a way like morning if you open the WhatsApp or if you open up Instagram, you will see the code related thing. First thing what you load to your mind on a morning is some tech or some tech news. And after that, obviously you will not get much interest there. You will move to second social media. If you go to Facebook, they also do the same thing. On Twitter also follow the same thing and follow the say likewise communities. So for a next 1 month, you will be little worry about them, but don't lose your discipline and start doing it. After some 1 month or some days, you will be inhabited to this, and you will be in a way like today morning I woke up, I read a news about metaverse. Tomorrow morning I read wake up and I got to know about the news about layoffs. And I got up and I got to know about what is the market of NFT. Obviously, you will make a transition, but just take this 30 days of detox, change your channels of your social media, and you will learn from them. After that, I will also attend your session. You just tell me what is the ongoing trending topics in the world. Okay, we all alumni will join that session. You can take up a webinar for us. because by the time we will become boomers. That's why. What will be the add-on skill as per you? Guys, if you are learning the tech skills and if you are pro, then I will tell you the add-on skill. That is interpersonal skills like communication and how you present yourself. Obviously, communication is not a small topic because I am telling you in a summarized way as a communication. Take it as a broader view. Communication has many a places. Okay, many a things you are supposed to learn in communication. How to talk with the peer to, you will start from a peer to an executive. You have to learn. There will be a many things that will do. Public speaking matters. Obviously, it will matters. Which one? 100% it will matters, and you have performed it. That's in your hackathon you mentioned, no? That is nothing but public speaking. You have taken a day to talk with the people and you have built it. Okay. Public speaking will make a much sense in your career. That's what I summarize in a summary. I tell you communication. Communication has many a wings, many a sides. You explore them and try learning them. And if you want to implement it in your day-to-day life. And actually, I gave this suggestion some day ago to my juniors. Like day to day, you implement it in college. Then I got to know that is not possible because I also tried the same thing. I didn't had a right rapport with my peers to talk with them in an English, in a corporate lingo. It doesn't matter, guys. It doesn't work. Don't try doing it and don't feel bad. Don't try doing it because it doesn't work. Instead of it, do it in another place. If you go meet any other college, like if we are from VVFGC, if you find any people from a Tumakuru university, talk to them with English. If you find someone from Chidganga, talk with them in English. If you meet somebody at an hackathon or in a conference, try starting your communication with English, completely with English, and try using the corporate lingo. And if you want to know, you can learn it from speakers or you go to the Google now chat gpt. Okay, go to chat gpt and like what are the trending corporate lingo which basically I have to learn. You will get a list of it. Try using them in a daily day-to-day life. By the time when you sit for an interview, your interviewer should think like, am I interviewing a fresher or an experienced person? I know you people will ace it. Try doing it now. The next question, basically the point, degree is just an eligibility. No, Girish, don't think like that. Degree is to learn the basics. This is the foundation. This is the foundation you have to learn because here you will be learning many things. Colleges doesn't teach you only the tech stack what you want to learn. Okay, you will learn many things. Here you have to explore. See, there will be some people. See, let me take an example. One of my friend was very good at the network security, cyber security. For him, the HTML IP class was not a, it was a boring session for him. Okay, Java session was a boring session for him. But for him, the cryptography and network security class CNS was been the best class for him. He used to be very attentive in that class. In some other things, he was that, but he learned all the things. But he figured out what is his own stack, what he want to pursue in the future. That's what degree will teach you. Don't underestimate your undergraduation. It will teach you many things, and they will let you choose your career, where you want to go and what stack you want to go, in which domain you have to build your career. Okay, that's where. But for me, the CNS class was been very boring because I didn't understood what is IP, V6, V5, and all. But for me, the IP session, Java session, programming sessions were been like Python classes were been the interesting one for me. I was being very attentive in those class and I used to listen. But for CNS, I learned the things, but I know still I know the configurations. I know what is network security, what is cryptography. But I am not building my career with it. But I know the things. I gotten another chance with it that I can with my basics I can upskill myself to the advanced level and I can search for my next job in that domain. Okay, so that's what the foundation you will get in a graduation, and you will learn the things. By the end of your graduation, if I ask you, do you know the web skills? You can say, I know HTML, I know CSS, I know JavaScript, I know Bootstrap, and you will say. Okay, what about the DSA? I will ask. You will tell, I know doing DSA with Python, I know implementing algorithm with Java, and I know with the C++. And if I ask you, do you know about the network security, about the hardware? You will say, yeah, I know about them. Yeah, and about the all the network types. Like you will have a multiple options by the end of your degree. But what makes you like, uh, if you are sitting or working on it, or if you are learning for them, if you while learning that skill, if you don't feel like ending it up or closing it or taking a break, or you can dedicate your whole night for learning it, then that is your skill. You can have a choice to learn them, and you can go with that career. So that's why degree is very important. So post graduation doesn't matter if we have a skill. So doesn't matter to us. Post graduation is only matters when you need a skills. If you have a skills, it doesn't matter. No, Ishwan, let him ask. There will be a gap with every conversation. Let everything be sorted. So as if you are clear with it, yeah, then let's go for the next question. I think I took an extra 19 minutes of you, which might be dedicated for your another class, I guess. And it's a Monday morning. Every lectures will be on a zeal to teach you something. Sorry for taking that time. There's any other questions? Any recommendation on certification courses that help? Vidya, on a tech stack, I don't tell any recommendations because it's completely up to you. You will be learning the skill, many stacks now, many technology now. You have to choose where you have to go and which one suits you. But apart from that, I can tell you the certifications or an courses which you have to do for getting a first job or to build your career. Go with some interpersonal courses. Take some communication related course. Do it. Take a course on any works methodology. Like you won't learn this. Like I can say agile or with the Kanban or with the Scrum, and there will be another disciplined agile network. I mean agile methodology. These things you explore them, and whatever the you just see some introduction videos. You take some summary videos on YouTube and see them. If you are good, if you want to learn about agile, if it um, um, triggers your interest, go and make a certification with them. It will help you. Apart from the technical things, what you will decide and you do the certification, these things will help you in a very good way to build your career, because you know what methodology or what the project method the IT industry will be using in their day-to-day life and in their day-to-day project and in their everyday things. I will tell you some of the things. You use this keyword, jail methodology, well, methods you can use, and disciplined, agile, and with the Kanban, you learn it. Scrum. You think about them, and you find a best certification among them, and you do it. And also one thing, yeah, better I will tell you. I will ping my LinkedIn handle, so you can connect it with me. And whenever you want any suggestion, whenever you want to know if you have got any suggestions of any uh, courses or something, if you want to learn about it, you ping me that one, and we shall discuss over the chat, or we can connect on a call, and we can discuss that will be helpful or it's worth for you or not. Okay, this one already sent a connection request. Great man, too enthusiasm you are showing up too much. Sir, do you have recommended cyber security as a future? Cyber security will be a future, obviously. And one thing, this future scope, these keywords will be there. No, first get rid of it. This will create a many myth for you. Okay, when I was studying my graduation, I too had a myth. Commerce and BA arts, these things will not have a great career. Only science will have a great career. Guys, it's a myth. My friends who are being lawyers now, they are earning ample full of amount now, and they are having their own best career. When they were doing a BA, they got a criticism, bad criticism. I don't say it as a good one. They got a criticism like there won't be any future and anything. But they got into a career there where they are good at it, and now they are practicing in the Tumkur only. And one of my friend is practicing in High Court now. Likewise, so don't fall into the trap of this future or scope or job market and all. Obviously, you know the cyber security is an important, because if you are having an interest in cyber security, you will know what will be the upcoming issues. Okay, you know you will already been aware of what are the problems which will come in a centralized system tomorrow. Word is more. That's why word is moving to decentralized system. In the decentralized system also there are many loopholes. They need a person who can fix it for them. So I can say cyber security have a great future. Learn, become an intermediate, get your job. From a job you will learn advanced skills, be an advanced person, and you can grow in your career. Cyber security is a big career only, I can say. Who knows? After some minute, Google Meet may be hacked by someone. It may happen. And do you recommend? Okay. Any other questions, guys? After this, just want to know any many questions will be there. Many tech stacks are there. Obviously, at this time, obviously we have many questions. Which programming language is mostly used by TCS and other companies? You're asking about TCS. Guys, I'm not in a development. Yes, obviously TCS now they are mostly the projects which are at TCS is having Java. Java projects are more, and likewise from past 6 months to 7 months, what are the projects I'm saying is like they are asking the TCS to provide us services on Web3 and automation. So they need a JavaScript. They are pushing the in-house resources like us to learn the JavaScript if we want to move for a development and if we want to take up that projects. So you guys concentrate on learning the JavaScript, which is relevant for the Web3, and also you learn the new tech stacks, the complete stack, MERN, mean. These things you learn because React JS projects also I'm seeing very much coming on, because there is a domain which is named one of your senior is only working there. From him I got to know he is working in a financial services, and he is working on an React JS, and he will be shifting it from, as of now he is working on in JavaScript. So he has been pushing to upskill himself for the React JS now. So try learning React JS. It will be helpful for you in TCS. For other companies I'm not sure, but obviously when you take up a TCS, Infosys, Wipro, Cognizant, these things, obviously they will get a same a similar stacks of projects. Okay, there will be a, I can't say completely same, but there will be comparatively there will be a 50% same. And if you want in a thesis instead of a programming language, if you okay, I will this suggestion I will give it for the people who are in a who might have this question but they are not asking. What if I can build a career in the IT sector without knowing programming language? Guys, learn SaaS, software as a service. You guys will also have a career. Okay, SaaS and PaaS will be there. That means you might have heard about the SAP, Salesforce. These are software as a service. They will have a software. Software is ready. You just have to modify it and give it for me. Think as I'm a client. I'm an HR service. I need a software which should work in a way that I can manage the recruiting. If I'm asking you, you don't want to go and start coding if you don't have a knowledge to start coding and doing it from a scratch, like go and start your first HTML page as an index.html and start it. No, if you are not, you can learn Salesforce. You can create a one Salesforce Sales Cloud, or you can create a Salesforce Administrative Cloud. You can create that software and you can update that software for me, and you can add the elements what I needed or my details, and you can create me as an user and you can give it to me. I will pay it for you. That's how it will work. So there is another chance for SaaS and PaaS. Explore that environment. I don't, because there's a vast environment. There are many software services. You search as a SaaS in a Google and you will find out which one you find best. Use them. Or you go to YouTube and see the tutorials of them. Like, don't go for an hours to get the tutorials. It will be boring. Start with summary of it, like basic or tutorials, and you see them, look at them, and consume it. And which one you feel easy and you can learn it in an very 3 months or 6 months, start learning them. Without coding, also you can build your career in IT. Okay, that's an option for you. I know people with a shy nature won't ask these questions, but there is a way for you. And I have dropped another link so that you can connect to me over the different platforms, and you can read my blogs also. Yeah, being an IT employee, I too have a bad habit of doing a side hustle, of doing something which is new from my job or different from my job. That's also I'm doing. You can read them and you can consume the data. Notion best productivity tool. That's one I'm selling the templates regarding the Notion. You can find them and you can purchase any of the productivity tool you need, and it's free as of now. These are the like a new products I'm launching, so they are running on a free, so you can get them. And if you want a coupon code, you can ping me. That also you can do. Notion, in the sense, you can use it as a productivity tool also. And at this moment, what is really needed for you guys as a students is one student platform you needed from Notion, which you can use it for your day-to-day life. Second thing, your resume or a digital CV. Okay, so you can build them and you can use them. Okay, for people who are new for this, guys, I'm telling you, digital CV in the sense it will be your curriculum vitae or your resume, which is online. Likewise, you will be continuously updating them. You will be having a PDF or an resume which is ready for you in a document file, that you will be posting it in a very interactive and an expressive way on an what do you call it, on an internet. So you can bring the queue to them and you can bring the people and they can review it on an online, and they can look into it and they can reply back to you, and they can help you on it and they can comment you, and if they find it attractive they can offer you the job if they are an employer or a recruiter. Those things will happen on an internet. As of now, you can use it on an LinkedIn. You can use it as a portfolio for you, for your uploading your project and all. And if you want, you can create a new portfolio and you can keep it as a different one specifically for you on a Notion. Okay, Ishwan, what's Jira? Ishwan, it's an user story business analytics tool. Okay, so if you are building a software, obviously you have to track all the things about the project. Okay, so when you have started a project, what you are building and what you have built, and what is the functionality of it, how it will work, and who are your customers, all these details will be on a Jira. Okay, so you can use it. Okay, that's an agile model. So that Jira is built on an agile model, so you can use it for the projects which you are building on an agile. Okay, and the second thing is, what is Jira if you specifically want? It is a project management tool. Okay, you can manage your project and you can track your project and you can deliver it on a Jira. And in depth, you will be having an expectations of your client, which have been quoted in a very real world terms. So for that, you have to, as a developer, you have to think about that. You have to write a code and you have to build a product and you have to give it to them. As a tester, you have to understand that requirement and what real world perspective, what client is recommending, and you have to test those scenarios and you have to test that application is working as client is expected or not. Okay. For this purpose, you will be using Jira platform. There are many platforms like that, Jira, Asana, and Q and Atlassian is Jira. Yeah, and Tricentis is also launching their own system as a Q test. Like that, you can use them. And nowadays, as a Notion is free, Notion is also getting used as a project management tool. It is not now. It is not only been constrained as it is just an productivity tool or like that. Yes. Next question. Okay, and Tricentis Tosca. Yes, it is a no-code automation tool. I'm also working on that Tosca only. Yes, it is like a drag and drop software. Obviously, you will be doing an automation testing, right? So let me give you a scenario. Like you have a Facebook, you have to test it. What you will do? You will go to facebook.com on a browser. You will open a browser and you will add a www.facebook.com. You will go there. Your login page will be there. You will enter your credentials. Click on login. You will be entered. That is one requirement. You have to automate the testing. You can't do it manually. There, in that place, Tosca will come into the place. Okay, so you will be creating an instance there, like how it will work, and you will run that program. So that will open your browser on your system. It will enter the URL. It will go enter the user credentials, and it will log in, and it will show you the home page, and it will give you the results. It is, yeah. When you are setting up your automation or an automation suite, you will be using it in a same way as a flowchart, the Keshwant. But it will not be literally as a flowchart, but it will be in a different way. I think on a Tricentis Academy, that Tricentis Automation Specialist 1 and Specialist 2 courses are being free. I think you can take them up and you can learn about Tosca, how you can work on it, and there will be a hands-on for you. That means the projects that you can do it. Yes, Ishman, connecting the dots. Like not only that scenario, you will be testing many things. You will be entering wrong user credentials, and you will click on login, and it should give you the error message, and you will see that error message should be compared. Tosca will compare it. It is giving a right message or not, and then it will go to forget password, and it will do it. Do that next things. What user will be doing? So every day a manual tester can't sit and do this. So they will create this on a Tosca and they will launch it. So every day at a prescribed time, today at 9 a.m. on a Facebook, this testing suite should run and it should test all these features and it should ensure all these features are working fine. Okay. If any one day if it is showing any different error, then the developers will reach out to that application and they will fix that issue. That's what automation testing is, and that's where Tricentis Tosca will be working. I think guys, you people are stalking my LinkedIn. That's why these questions are being coming up. Yeah, fine, fine. Stock it as many how depth you want. You can stock it. If you want, I can give you the digital CV also. You start stacking them. When gives them. Then any other questions? A lot of giving you session and it turned into an interview now. Fine, guys. If you don't have any questions, then moderator can turn on their mic and they can close the session. Guys, if any questions are there, quickly pop it up, or else we can close the session. if needed. If not, also we can continue. What's the time now? Day morning, guys. Okay then. If you don't have any questions, then fine, guys. It was been nice talking to you all, and it's you guys been a nice audience for me. And I asked only relevant questions and all, and not gave any taunts and all. Fine, guys. Then it was a nice talking to you, and I will be handing it to the moderator. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to me over the LinkedIn or on any other platforms. You can reach out to me, and we can converse over there, and I can get you anything you wanted. Okay, and it all will start from your communication. Start breaking that barrier. Okay, all the best for your first job if you are at a final year, and start taking up the live projects and uh, don't consider your graduation and your projects and your curriculum and whatever the things you will be doing externally. Don't consider them as a granted. Okay, take it seriously and consider them. Obviously, it will matter, Ishwant. It will be a big thing building your portfolio. You can as LinkedIn as your portfolio, or you can use the other platforms like Notion or Dribble or some other platforms with Behance, Adobe Behance. You can use these platforms building your portfolio and you can showcase your projects. And on a dev post, I pinged for the coding projects and all. You can use that as a portfolio. Okay, you can obviously whatever the projects you do, whatever the hackathons you attend, it will be added on your portfolio on a dev post. You can use that link and you can share it with your recruiters. You can add it on your resume also. So and keep your portfolio very good and nice and with fill it with the right projects. And guys, then Monday morning, it's already been 11:40. My manager will be pinging me on Teams now. Obviously not. Actually, yeah. Guys, everyone are at the college now, or at from your home, you people are joining the calls. Okay, then. From home, okay. And, guys, your college will start at 8:30, right? On the way to college, in the sense what? Who was the situation of your first interview? Okay. First interview, it was really nervous. For that sake, I have surfed complete. I mean, not completely, but many YouTube videos, and I have boosted my confidence. I didn't have actually. There will be a preliminary test site for entry level and all. For them, I have cleared them, and I was not even sure that I have cleared it or not. But I was not exactly prepared for that interview and all. But not boosting it or elaborating it myself, guys. But what happened in my situation is like I was the first one to be pulled for the interview on a campus, and I didn't had anyone to say about the experience and all. And I thought I gone to that interview and I sat in front of them, and whatever things were been running in my mind were the things what I saw on YouTube. I saw Urban Fight, Formal Edits, and these channels and all. I have seen them, and I I thought, and I got some templates of how to tell me about yourself and or what are the my common questions and all. I was very prepared for it, and I went on to that interview and I gave it a shot. And they also got to know that it was my first interview, and I have revised it from the YouTube and came there. But it was a good thing. And happy thing is like in the first interview only I didn't got a rejection. I got selected in that, and it boosted my confidence for my upcoming interviews and all. But at certain point I got a rejections also, and I faced them. But the one suggestion for you is, guys, if you got any rejections at the earliest, feel privileged about it, because you got a second chance to upskill yourself and come back even better. Okay, as early you got a rejections, feel happy for it. Obviously, it will feel a bad at that moment. Feel bad, showcase that bad mood to your college, your placement officers. Show that bad mood to your friends, bad face to your people, and come back to your home. Then you feel happy about it. Then go back to your table. Just before that interview, obviously you will be for a weeks or a months. You will be worked on it. You will be prepared for it. You will be prepared on your communication and all. Just after that interview, continue the same thing. That's all. Okay, don't break that. And if you got selected also, take a moment, take a gap of 1 day, and again start doing the same. Okay, if you got a job, don't leave that things what you have prepared till then, but take a break. Take a break, because whatever the effort you put in for that 1 month or a 1 2 weeks or a 1 week, you got paid for it. So enjoy that moment, and again restart for the next interview. Okay, don't burn out yourself. But if you got rejection, that's a trigger for you. It's a fire for you. Use it in a very good way. Do we need to build projects on relevant fields, like I'm interested in web technologies where I gonna survive in future? What if I have a project prepared in different fields? Can I add them into the CV? Does it matter? Guys, let me break it to you. CV and resume are different things. Curriculum vitae is a complete biodata of you. From your personal data, your educational qualification, to your projects, everything will be there. On your portfolio also, it will be like a CV only. You add them. If you are interested in web technologies, if you have worked on a project which is related to network security, don't worry, add them. But while you are applying for a job for a web technologist, so as update your resume. Resume and CV are not the same. Okay, I don't take a. It will take an hour to giving a lecture on this. Obviously, my following fellow speakers will have a content for that CV and resume differences also. They will bring it up. But as of now, I'll tell you, when you are applying for a job, when you are sharing your resume with them, only include the projects which are relevant to your role. Okay, if you are applying for a role of front-end developer, only add the projects which you have worked on web technologies, where you have used the JavaScript, where you have used the CSS, where you have used the MERN mean stacks, where you have used the UI UX, where you have made a case study on it, where you have designed an best UI on a Figma, and you have turned it into an web project. Those projects you add it on a web technology resume, where you are applying for a front end developer or a back end developer, full stack web developer, or like that. Likewise, if you are applying for a network security engineer, data security engineer, there don't use these projects over there. There you mention only the domain specific projects. Okay, and this one I told you was in the beginning. Don't